Hey, good morning, traders. How are you? This is Rick with Hit Run Candlesticks. Today's date is Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. My goodness, can you believe that it's almost August? Which means the year is almost gone. Wow. Hey, today's a big day. We've got Mr. Powell. He's on deck today. That could certainly be a market changer one way or another. Let me get over here on the SPY. There you go. And let's make this stay on top. There we go. All right. So, also, let's see. Mr. Powell's on deck today. Stimulus talks are still underway. The big tech CEOs. How do I want to say this? They're going to go in front of Congress and class it up a little bit, so that could be interesting. And earnings. Let's not forget earnings. Huge day on earnings. Huge week on earnings here. Okay, so looking at the SPY, let me get rid of all that. There we go. So looking at the SPY here, we clearly have a little bit of a downtrend right here. And we clearly, if we connect this dot with this dot, this candle here with this candle, we move up. You can see that we've pushed below our trend line here. So this is a little bit of a problem, just a tiny bit of a problem. What we need to see is the bulls take us back up over this top right in here. And I'm going to actually change so I can see what the numbers are. So 323.80, 23.80, we need to see those bulls come back up over that area. If we close below this doji's low that was printed on July 24th, Friday, if we see a close below that, about 319 and a little bit of change, that could cause a little bit of problem for the market, and we could see price down here at 311. So this little area right in here is going to be very important. Again, we need to see the bulls take us up over about this 322, something like that, and anything below Friday's low, about 319 and some change, could be troublesome. Could be. Qs are still moving down here. We still have this little downtrend right there. And if we come over the Qs and we connect this low with this low and just take it up, you can see that this one over here, what was this day here? On Friday, we came awfully close to tagging it. We rallied up, but what we're doing is it's trying to create a failed high. It hasn't completely created that yet. Good news out of tech could lift us right out. Once again, we need to see tech get back above 260.40 here. One of the most important charts that I think right now, which is going to look a lot like the Qs, is just this big tech. Watch the big tech. What they do, this market will do, at least for the near future. And you can see here, just by drawing those lines on there, what we need to do. One, to be bullish, we're going to need to break out, and we're going to need to test. To be bearish, we're going to need to break down, and we'll probably see some sort of a test on that before we head down. So crazy week. Earnings, Powell, stimulus, big tech in front of Congress. Crazy week here. All right, let's take a look at a few trade ideas here. And what I do for my trade ideas is I find them using the live trading alerts. This is right. That's what this is. And I have multiple windows up. I've got around, I don't know, on any given day, sometimes I might only have 10 up. I have cleaned them off to 10, believe it or not. But sometimes I have maybe 20, 30 up windows here. And doing different things, I'm looking for different chart setups. And and that would include some short setups as well. So what I do at night is I sit here and I go through these alert windows. Like this is one I use for big tech here, and then this is my PBO V stop. So what it's doing is it's finding stocks that are above the volatility stop, and they're a PBO, which is a pullback opportunity. And Hog came up on this. Hog's a beautiful looking chart. Look at that great day yesterday. Quite the belt hold yesterday. So let's see what we've got here. And today I'm just using a naked chart. You can see that our trend is working. Price, I guess we could even extend this if you wanted down here. Price seems to come down to that trend, and it seems to lift off. Yesterday it lifted off with this nasty gap to the downside. Bulls brought it back, and we closed with a bullish belt hold. So now what we're going to be looking for is bullish trading above about 29.30 here. I'm going to be looking at 31.60 for a base hit, and then 35, say 15 to 35.20 up here for the next base hit, or possibly closing that trade out. That puts 9% in the pocket, 8-9% for the base hit, and then about 20 to 21% for a base hit, or closing it out, depending on how you set your trade up. Oh yeah, I need to remind everybody too. These charts are not recommendations to buy or sell. I want to say that again. These stocks are not recommendations to buy or sell. These are charts that I am putting on my watch list, and I'm just creating a video blog to share them with everybody. So, all right, let's go look at a few more stocks that I've got up here. NIO might be coming back into play here. I think we could come down here, and anything below, what is that, 1050? Anything below 1050 would suggest that they're not ready to go up. Would suggest that there's more sellers than buyers. We do have a little trend to the downside here yesterday. Depending exactly where you draw your line, it may or may not have broken out. We do have a low, high, higher low, and now we're working for that higher high. So I would have to say, with bullish follow through, and it looks like we're opening up in the wick area of yesterday's close, I would be looking for 1540, nice base hit, 2070, nice base hit, and 2375, another base hit, or possibly completely closing the trade out. So I'll be watching NIO pretty close. We've got several people in the hit and run candlesticks trading room that trade this constantly, and they make excellent money. I think I'm going to look to join them here on NIO. Another one is GM. Now, GM has reported already, so it's out of the way. So far, we've got this nice consolidation, just a little bit of consolidation here. Now, this is what I would consider a buy box. Somewhere in this area would be a good buy. We have a run up, and then our consolidation through there. So what I'm probably looking for is, where's my little, there it is when I, on a breakout of 27, about 27 and a quarter, we could see 29.40, and then up here in 33, the 33.40 area as well. I get it. Some folks, some traders are going to be, have bought it in this area here. It kind of looks like we're going to open up right at the top of the range. So I don't know if you'll get a big chance to buy it lower. So I'll be looking myself for that breakout, because on that breakout, I think we're likely to see this 29 and then possibly 33. So that's the plan that I'll be putting in place for my trade if I end up trading it. XLU, Little ETF, not too shabby here, looking pretty good. XLU, you can clearly see the downtrend. And this is, if you have the trend indicator on your charts, which today I'm just using a naked chart. But if you have your trend indicator, you'll see that the trend indicator is showing that red, and you'll see that the trend indicator is now showing this green. If we probably extend that, there we go. You can see how that trend is starting to work. Yesterday we had a little bullish engulf coming off the trend. 64.10, 66.10 up there would make pretty good base hits on XLU, and of course a breakout from 66.10 would probably push price into the 68.70 area, testing this top up here on March 4th. So XLU. Kroger, the Kroger company, the Kroger company moving up, and let's put another one up here, just kind of like that, I guess. Kroger, kind of sloppy. That's what I was kind of chuckling at. Very, very sloppy, very up and down. Testing of your trading wits for sure. But it looks like it's trying to move up now and retest these highs, or challenge these highs up here, 36.50, 36.70, somewhere in that neighborhood. We had a breakout. So here's resistance, there's resistance, here's resistance, and we broke out. So now what we're looking at is this being the buy area through here, with anything outside on the downside of that green box, we would look at that as a bum trade. We wouldn't want it. So that's where our stop would be, is right in this area here, probably just a few pennies below that candle, right in there. And then we're looking at 35, 65, 64, 60 up here as possible targets. Of course, it needs to break out. Just looking at the weekly chart, you can see that if we break out of that 64.60 area, there is definitely a few more targets up here. I would say the 38 area, and then possibly that may be looking a little longer than we tend to trade, but somewhere in the 40 area as well. YNDX, nice comeback yesterday. Very nice comeback. We ended up gapping down a little bit. We came back with a little bullish belt hold. Let me put a trend on this. So I'm just going to go from this low here up to this candle. Let me adjust that just a little bit. There we go. And adjust that up. There we go. About the low of this candle and then into this candle here. And you can see we've come back above that trend line now. So as long as we stay above the trend line, I'm going to look at that as fairly bullish. And of course, if we start to get a breakout of about 57.85, 57.90, I think I'd be watching that 59.85, 64.50 for some pretty good base hits. Let's see, let's shrink this down just a little. So that's somewhere in the almost 4% range, and then up here would be 11. That would be a nice trade. I think I'd want more than the 59.85, more than that 59.85 there. At 4%, just hardly enough to go to work for. But up here, that's pretty good. We're looking at 11.5%. I'll take that trade all day long. ZS, I know a few people in the trading room that are long ZS. Let's just throw a little trend line on that. There you go. And you can see how starting on the trend line where we started, we came in here and bounced, rallied up, bounced, rallied up. Well, here we're bouncing again, and we're looking for that rally to the upside. So with a breakout of about 127.40 here, a few pennies maybe, a few 127.50, we'll be looking for 134.15-ish, and then up here to 150. That would be the nice trade. 150.25 up here on ZS. IYR, this is another one where if you have the trend indicator on your chart, the red-green dots is what I'm talking about, you'll see that this is has been red and now it's turning green right through there. You can see that we have a bullish engulf and we have 3 inside days of the bullish engulf. Nice tight little trading range right there. And here we broke out yesterday. So now what I'm looking for is for this to finish up its run to 85 and maybe to 94. Ultimately, it will have to break out of 81.90 here. But right now, it's got the chart pattern that could do that. So I'll be watching IYR, the Real Estate Index Fund, ETF. Bank of America. I'm holding Bank of America. I kind of like this chart. So far, we're working that trend line up. You can see that we've got this consolidation here. So with a breakout of the top of that consolidation, I'm looking at 127.25, then up here to 128.85 on that. Okay, so I want to remind everybody too that if you like what you see here, give us a thumbs up. Sure appreciate it. It just makes us feel good, and we want to go out and do other videos, make these video blogs. This is live trading alerts. If you're interested, you can certainly check below in the text. There's a link. Give it a try for a month if you'd like. Also, if you do not be bashful. Get a hold of me or Mr. Ed Carter at Live Trading Alerts, and let us help you set that up. This is a game changer. All right, it is a serious game changer to be able to find these stocks intraday, to be able to get in them. All right. Again, welcome everybody to Wednesday. Remember, today's a big day, and we'll see you in the trading room. Thank you very much.